speaking to Jamie Elson after a 3-2 overtime win against the Bees. Jamie, how much of a relief is it to end that losing streak?
More than I think more than anyone will ever know. I just said to the boys in the room, the atmosphere in the room's great. Guys are smiling, they're laughing. There's a good vibe, and they earned it tonight. And I just feel like some nights in the streak we've done enough, and we just haven't had any luck. I feel like for spells tonight, it felt like it was going to be like that again. So yeah, it's been tough, really tough. The hardest streak I've ever been through. Pretty sure it's probably the hardest streak any of the guys in the room have been through. So, it's been a real test of character for everyone around the club right now. And, the only, we were chatting about it this week, and we just said the only way through it is hard work. And tonight the guys worked hard and deserved everything they got.
You bring your inputs into the team to create moments of magic, and Brandon Feasy provided two great moves between two defensemen for his goal, and then a phenomenal spinning play to find Butler in overtime, who just about squeezes it through Priest. How crucial was Brennan especially tonight?
Yeah, I think all three of them. I think you've got to give all three of them credit. Feasy's a goal scorer. We've seen that this year. That's why we brought him in. We really needed that second one early in the third. We just needed that one to get us back in the game and get going. And, it's a big play by him. And then actually makes an unbelievable play to get the puck across for Butsy and OT. And, Butsy logged a lot of minutes tonight and battled hard. And, he's a guy who desperately wants to win, has a lot of pride. So I know he's been hurting through the streak. So nice for him, the captain, to lead us and get the win. And I think Max has to take some credit. We pulled Max back in the lineup tonight. He's got a pretty good record against the Bees when he plays for us. So we kind of looked at that and just thought, he battles, and we felt it was going to be one of those games. We really it wasn't necessarily going to be the prettiest game. We were going to really just need to be gritty and battle hard, and Max does that. So, that was good. It was good. Everyone contributed tonight.
And how satisfying is it to win a game that perhaps in the last month and a half you've been losing these tight games where, okay, you were trailing after two, you get a fairly early goal in the third, but you maintain that. You didn't look under too much pressure 5-on-5 in that third period. How satisfying is it from that point of view that you looked fairly comfortable?
Yeah, it's just nice because it's the guy's confidence is taking a bash in here. When you're on a losing streak, it quickly becomes like a habit. You go behind and the guys have that. Oh, there we go. It's the same story again tonight, and I was proud of the guys, because they scored two quick goals on a power play, which I didn't think was a power play at all. So it hurts even more. But away from that, we don't concede a goal. 5-on-5, we don't concede a goal. But we had to dig deep. We couldn't throw the towel in. But the guys' mood was different tonight. We had a big talk here Thursday, and the guys had a really good practice. And some nights you just roll in and you can tell the energy's there. And from the minute we got in tonight, the energy was really good in the room. And it was good mental toughness to get through tonight.
You mentioned the two power play goals for the Bees. I think, do you feel that the mental strength is even more impressive from your roster when perhaps things could have got away? You say there's two dubious power play goals they scored, and then perhaps a couple of softer calls as well in favour of the Bees in that third period when it was a tie game. Do you think that the battle that they showed, that they were battling against calls that maybe didn't go their way, that just shows some good mental fortitude that perhaps hasn't been there in recent weeks?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had some tough nights with penalties, and we've talked about it a lot in the room. And we do have to be accountable. We have to look in the mirror because a lot of calls we're putting ourselves in bad positions. And tonight, a couple of them were penalties, but there was one or two which we felt were dubious, maybe. But yeah, it's tough. But I know we give up those two quick power play goals. We kind of lost concentration a little bit, but away from that, the Kill had some huge moments. We had to scramble a few times. We had to block some shots. When pucks got through to Norts was outstanding. Really gave us that kind of platform to win from the back. But it's tough. Sometimes sometimes during the streak, I think we felt like we were battling everything. Every possible situation. Outside of the room, we felt like we were battling. Even this week, some guys sick and some other situations. So just nice to see some smiles and nice to see the building loud. The atmosphere in this building when we're going is unbelievable. Like, we're really lucky and privileged here. And that OT was the loudest it's been this year. And then to get over the line and just see smiles around the rink again. And and the boys just a huge monkey off the back.
I'm going to talk about a couple of players. Sam Bryant called in. Didn't see too much ice time, but did get at least a couple of shifts. And I think on his first shift, he very nearly scored a goal. How did you feel he played in his small amount of ice time?
Yeah, it was hard. I just said to him, I would have loved to get him out more, but it's such a tight game. And but the great thing about Sam, the reason he's here is he's just he's just a great lad. He's just an ultimate team guy. He's smiling on the bench. He's cheering, he's fist bumping the guys, he's in the room with a smile. The guys love him. He works so hard in practice, and we want to be able to reward him with a chance to play some games here. So, honestly, he's just as pumped as anyone, and obviously you'd like to get him more time, but he completely understands, and he's a team first guy. So, that's what we need, and I think that's what we saw tonight. We saw contributions from everywhere across the lineup, and that's what we need to get over the line. We just need guys like Sam, depth guys, and Nipper's line tonight were great, and then it takes everyone putting the right way to get the result.
And Ben Norton, maybe he's not at his best spell, I'd say, in a Pitbulls jersey the last couple of weeks, but he was back to very close to his best tonight. A couple of unworldly saves. I think one he nearly pulled off the line in that second period. Just how good was he tonight?
Yeah, he was back to his best. I think last weekend there was a couple he wasn't happy with, I think we've made it hard for him. You got to protect the goalie, and you got to dictate where shots come from. And a few of the games, like the one in Hull, we really just gave up too much over 60 minutes from the wrong areas. So it is tough for him. But he's a young goalie. He's a first year pro. We brought him here because of nights like tonight. Like we know what he's got in the tank, and it's going to take him time to become that guy who can produce that night in, night out. But what a talent he is. When he's like tonight, and the guys dug deep to help him out. There's a few scrambles where we're helping him clear rebounds and blocking a few shots on the line. But when he gets to see pucks, he's great. And then his compete level, like some of the second saves, third saves, post to post, are through the roof. And I think it's hard for everyone, but it's obviously hard for a goalie when you're on a spell like this. You're back there and you're taking the brunt end of it. So, we had a chat about him this week and just getting back to his best this weekend. And tonight was as good as he's been.
The opening goal, Lipsy from Warren from Lewis, the way the goal was built, it felt like a throwback to when it was Eliash, Warren and Lipsy. Lipsy out in front, found by a lovely backhand pass from Warren. Just how good to see those two clicking again. Yeah,
we need it. Just said it there in the interview and in the room. We got contributions from everyone. They scored a huge goal to get us going, get the building going. Kudos to those guys. They just played the right way tonight. They had a ton of energy, ton of speed, played gritty. Jay comes in that second period, then steps up for Ben Norton when there's a hit on Ben that we weren't happy with, and that's what it takes. It takes everyone, and credit to those guys. We need those guys. We need everyone up and down our lineup, our depth guys contributing and playing the right way, and those guys were great tonight. And the room appreciate it when they play like that. So more of the same now. Hopefully it's about building confidence again as we go down the final stretch here and making sure this isn't one win that we're talking about, that we turn this into a good handful.
All right, cheers, Jamie.
Thanks.